Good morning, my fellow yogi travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, live the life we love. All right, it's Friday, so it's my PowerPoint day. It's hidden spirituality. Oh, Laurel and Hardy, here we go. Shh. The four silences: the silence of laziness, the silence of security, the silence of patience, oops, and the silence of, fourth one, the quiet heart. Like things germinate under the soil. Doesn't seem like things are going on the surface. But this is one of my favorite little mantras. Power collects around stillness. Find out what kind of energy you develop if you just sit still and stop flapping your gums. Now, one of the aspects of breaking your silence is coming out spiritually. I'm a 34-year-old MBA center and I'm black and I'm gay. Great. Each one of us, as far as I'm concerned, has to come out of our closet, our spiritual closet, and let people know that we're living for spirit, and that's important. It's not some kind of psychotic ideation. So your spiritual life is a metaphoric life, a symbolic life, an imaginative life. So metaphors matter. Are you a rat in a maze, or you're on a pilgrimage to the center? The details of your life can be exactly the same. So it's not supposed to be literally applicable, but something symbolic. And your symbol should be transparent to transcendent. It should transcendence. It should take you beyond. Now, we all have repeated behaviors that become patterns. Maybe you can pick something better in your life than, biting your nails. But one of the things we also do is you come to grips with your loss, your suffering. Joy impregnates, but sorrow brings forth. So these ideas about your own grief and pain, that the pain of loss will go away faster if you ignore it, not true. It's important to be strong in the face of loss, not true. If you don't cry, it means you aren't sorry about the loss, not true. And grief should last about a year. Oh, really? There's a time limit to it? Not true. So grief kept private, can't be converted to compassion. It's universal. Share it. And remember, like I said, depression is because you don't want to go down. So you're not at liberty when to come up. But if you actively grieve, you had a lot more choices about when you can turn around, begin again. All right, now, holy leisure. Get off of the internet. Get off of your cell phone. I'm not saying we shouldn't use it. It's here to stay. But, don't overly spend a lot of time in the social net. It's really important to have solitude and highly unstructured time, as my Christian mystic would say, to waste time prodigiously. Why do you waste time prodigiously? Because you're occupied in waiting on Spirit's presence, waiting for Spirit. Like this is be still and know I am God. No body now but yours, no hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which Christ looks compassion into the world. Yours are the feet with which Christ walks to do good. Yours are the hands, and so forth. So we become the embodiment of the saving energy, of the healing energy, of the peaceful energy. So which do you prefer? We spoil things by making them so utilitarian, trying to get something out of it. That's why we feel we're compelled to work. Every metaphor I use, I turn it back to yoga. A 1 in a million person does yoga just for yoga's sake, and not because you can get something out of yoga. That's a paradox you'll have to figure out by practicing any art form. Oh, I love this. Becoming human never ends. The imagination made us human, but being human, becoming more human, is a greater burden than we imagine. So many people don't want to grow up. We have no choice but to imagine ourselves more human than we are. Like they say, your reach should exceed your grasp, otherwise what's a heaven for? So, do we ever stop becoming who we are? That's what Carl Jung's idea about individuation is. Keep on going. Now, I also like the idea that there's a purposelessness to what I call holy leisure, or the aspect of hidden spirituality. Playing and praying are useless acts in their pure form. There's no reason outside of themselves to be justified, but why do you do it? If you got to explain it with your left brain, you probably don't get it. Now, each of us is unique, distinct, unrepeatable. Break out of your own pattern. Break out of the routine. Be creative. Be innovative. Be imaginative. I like Muhammad Ali, what he did with his life. Okay, so even if you're on the top of the heap, even if you're a winner, you can revolutionize everything and not listen to what the crowd wants you to do, what anyone says is the right thing to do. You follow your heart and your gut. Now, the three refusals, as I like to talk about them in yoga: refuse to move. Learn how to reduce your effort to a minimum, and then effort to attain disappears when you've mastered. His face is in Shavasana. Nice pike position. Refuse to move. That was refuse, effort to a minimum. Refuse to move. The fact that we all like to move, right? Effort ends mobility and disposability. Sometimes it's hard to get the donkey to go, right? But in yoga, stop moving. Then refuse to think. Oh, you know how many Indian food jokes I know? Nah, I love my little raccoon here. Refuse to think. End the dispersion of mental states. And by the way, I forgot to say here, it's refuse to breathe. Learn to control your breath and see what that does to making your effort minimal. Then you refuse to move, you refuse to think, and now you're right here with you say, breathe in the good shit, breathe out the bullshit. Progressively slow your breath down. You'll see if you can access different states of mind with what I call perfect lucidity. It's normally inaccessible because people usually fall asleep when their breath gets that low. Yogis train themselves to stay clear as they transit the altered states. And then if you do, you learn the difference between ecstasy, ecstasis, away from the fixed or static condition, like when you're dancing or in a rave move. But there's also enstasis, the kind of internalized understanding of moving beyond and experiencing that state of freedom, the thing that takes you beyond. Enstasis, enstasis versus ecstasis. And then to do this, a part of you has to learn to concentrate, confining the mind within a limited mental area, even though it may only stay for a short duration before you get distracted. Then you have to practice. You keep on going until you're able to free yourself from the domination of sense activities and external objects. And then eventually, if you stay with it, you get to the meditative state, which is the extended concentration without a break. And then maybe you'll get to the fourth state, as yoga calls it, with Sri Ramana Maharshi here, called Turya, the cataleptic state, conscious of consciousness itself. If you do that, you will find what hidden spirituality is all about. I hope you have a great day. Go to GabrielHalpern.com, subscribe, tell your friends about it, let me know what's going on. By the way, if you contact me, I'll be glad to send you free CDs. I'm trying to give away all the CDs that I've recorded in my life. I'm not selling them, I'm just giving away. So if you want one, let me know. Come and see me. I'll give it to you in person, or I'll mail it to you. Anyway, don't forget, next Wednesday is our next Good Vibrations class, bringing order out of the cosmos. All right? I hope to see you there. GabrielHalpern.com to sign up. I'll be at Avatar Fest this weekend at 2:30 talking and sharing my stories. Hope to see you soon.